So right now I'm going to show you the strength and mobility circuit. These are going to be 30 exercises that I would like you to do either before lifting or before your running workout. So the first one is going to be, we're going to be up in the air, and I'm going to show you the lunge series. So pretend that you have a clock around you, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to try to hit every single time on the clock with your foot, making sure that you stay up tall in the 90 degrees. So the first one is 12 o'clock, standing tall. Next one is 1 o'clock. Notice how when I'm stepping that I'm not moving my body and going forward. Both of my feet are still pointing forward. Because if I just do this, I'm still doing 12 o'clock. I'm always going straight every single time I do this. So the first one is going to be, we'll call it the clock lunge. So I'm going to hit 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock. When I do the 9 o'clock or the 3 o'clock, I'm going to keep this foot straight. Right? Keeping it tall. Everything's going straight. When I'm coming back to either the 5s or the back hours, coming back here, all the way to 6. Then you can do the same thing on your other foot. 3 o'clock. Okay, so that was a clock lunge. Next, we're just going to do regular backwards lunges. Coming up through, making sure you get the 90 degrees in that front foot, walking it back up. Next one, we're going to do lateral lunges. Trying to open that up. All right. Then we're going to do a forward lunge with the inside arm reaching towards the sky. Forward lunge, coming through, reach it up. Then you do the other side. And reaching it up to the sky. So that's going to be our lunge series. The next thing we want to do for the hip mobility strength is you can find any wall, any kind of thing that you need, and we're just going to do sagittal and frontal leg swings. So we come here, keeping the hips straight instead of moving the body. You want to stay tall. You want to do this with both legs. I don't want to get the sagittal. The frontal, actually. What we're trying to do is we're trying to open up these hip flexors. Additionally, we're going to be doing just toe walks, toe lifts, heading all the way up to the toes. Frankensteins, making sure I'm staying straight, legs straight, reaching in, Frankenstein. So what we're really trying to do is we're really trying to open up these hips and these hamstrings areas. Then from there, we're going to go into duck walks. We're going to come here. What I want to focus on is staying on the heels rather than on the toes. If you're on the toes, that's putting a lot of pressure on your knees. So for these ones, we want to really stay on our heels and staying in this 90 degrees in the upper part of our body. Okay? As I'm walking here. You're really going to feel this in your quads, in your glutes. Okay? Staying on the heels. Next, we're actually going to go backwards. So for this one, I don't want you to actually just walk back here. Like I said, putting a lot of pressure on the knees. This one, we're really going to think about trying to open up our hips and walking backwards and staying in an isometric position. I don't want you coming up and down. I want you to hold this position right here, and you're just going to pretend you're opening up your hips every single time. I'm opening. Then I'm going to call something called the escalator duck walks, where we're trying to hit every single position as we're coming up and as we're coming back down. We're trying to hit every single position. I'm going to show that one more time. Call these elevator duck walks. Coming up through, trying to hit every single position, staying in that 90 degrees, and back up. All right. So for that one, we've hit the movements as we're standing up. And now we're going to hit down to the ground. So for this one, we're just going to be sitting down on all fours on our butts. We're going to do regular leg lifts. Okay? This side. Coming through here. Then we're going to come on the side and get the adductors and abductors. Reach it up here. Open this up. Hit it from both sides. Having this foot up right here. Open this side. Then we'll call something called the clams. Put your feet together, right? Toe on toe. Get the big thumbs touching. And we're just trying to open this up. Okay, don't try to get the foot off. Try to hold them together. Really try to tighten up the glutes when you get up to the top. Okay. We're going to get up onto the all fours. Go into the supine. Reaching. Coming through here. We want to stay in all fours and try to keep and lift this, open up this hip by lifting this leg up. Almost like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Then we'll come to the other side. Coming on the floor. And Supermans. Reaching up. Hold it up. Back down. Then we're just going to get the lower legs. Lifting that up. Lifting that up. Get back on all fours. Hold this up. Then we want to have that foot getting on the hamstrings and the glutes is reaching toward the ceiling. Reach that towards the ceiling. Okay, get both legs. In the two final series we're going to do is just an overhead squat. What we want to do is we have a PVC pipe, a broom, everything that you have, we just want to squat. And if you can't do it, you can put something on your heels to get a little bit lower. What you really want to do, so imagine if you can put something on your heels and you want this overhead squat, trying to keep it down. If you can, you want to have your heels on the ground the whole entire time you do that. And if you can't, you can have something on your heels to get up. The last and final exercise series we're going to do is called the hurdle series, hurdle walkover series. So if you don't have hurdles, you may not have it. Imagine that you have a bar. Just make it up an imaginary point on the wall, and you want to go under it or over it, but just keep that point there the whole time. So for this one, I'm going to do the under-over series for these hurdle walk unders. Okay? I picked a point, and every single time I want to go underneath it. Okay? Still, I want to stay tall in the upper body as I go down and try to lower it in the hip area. So I'm coming down, standing up. Still watching that point, making sure I'm going underneath it every single time. Next, same point, lower it up. We're going to step over. Stepping over. Stepping over. And you can also step back, trying to open up those hips. Back and forth. Then we're going to step forward over the same mark. Okay? When I want you to do this, I don't want you to compensate by lifting one hip and going off to one side. Go as far as your psoas and your knees will allow you to go. Stepping over. Okay? And slowly in time, you're going to be able to get higher and higher. And then the last one is, imagine you got it, we're going to go under and over. We're going to step under, go under that point, bring it back. Step it under, bring it back. So these are going to be the summer strength and mobility circuit that we're going to be doing for the summer session. As you saw, I'm showing you this in Tagaytay in the Philippines. We got a beautiful resort here. Huh? Karasuchi. Beautiful place. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thank you.